Hey there, Tubanites. It's your friendly neighborhood flash in the pan, coming to you from a cold and dreary Texas winter. It's been a weird one. I had a t-shirt and shorts on yesterday and had to break out the box fan, and now it's like, what? Just over 50 degrees and sprinkling a little bit of rain. Go figure. Today, in our more recent installment of Keeping Your Hands Busy, you saw the chairs that were made, so the wife came up with the idea of, well, we obviously need something to put between the chairs to set plates and or drinks on, and that is where I came up with this design here. Nothing very special at all. She wanted it to be roundabouts the same height as the armrest of the chairs, maybe a little bit lower, which makes these about 24 inches tall. This is the first one I made. For the first two sets of chairs that I have, I am painting a third chair right now, soon to be followed by a fourth. So we are going to make another one of these for in between those chairs, or you can even say between the second and third chair. Depends on how crazy you want to get, of course. I do not have good numbers on this. Long story short, I can tell you these as we go. By the end of it, you want it to be roughly 24 inches tall. We were aiming for an 18 by 18 square. In this case, the pieces I had were a little bit wider than that, and I didn't feel like breaking out the table saw and stripping those down. So there is a little overhang on this end, but this gap is 18. This one's just a little more than that. No big deal. So let me start measuring some stuff and getting interrupted by my phone.
What is your profession?
Nice. And I'll give you some numbers. Okay, I've got some numbers for you. So the four legs are 23 1/4 in length. That's taking into account the 3/4 inch top up here. That'll bring you your 24. The top box, this section here, there's two 16.5 lengths and two 18-inch lengths, and that's the same thing for the bottom box down here. 2 times 16.5 and 2 times 18, and then the top, all these up here. Now, of course, I told you I've got an overlap here, so if you're shooting for perfection, you may need less, but I've got 6 roughly 1x4s, I guess. Some of these aren't 1x4s though. Some of these are thinner. So just whatever it takes to cover the top. You know me, I like to use reclaimed stuff, so it's just whatever I have to make up that top. Hopefully this time I think I'll be better suited for this setup, but we'll see. So I'm going to start cutting wood, and then we'll start assembling. Forgot to hit record on a couple of those. Not that it's really enticing video to watch me cut little pieces of wood, but I have all the structural stuff done, just not the top cut up. So I'm going to move you and just show you kind of half steps, something like that. You don't need to watch the whole thing, that'd be super boring, but I'll move you over there so you can see how everything's coming together, which is pretty obvious, but anyways. Okay, so starting out, we're going to put our 16.5 on the inside of our 18-inch pieces, and of course if you do that on both sides, that then gives you 18 squared, right? I have this little device that I got from Harbor Freight. It kind of works okay. You essentially put your pieces in here, it holds them in a corner, then you can drill your holes and lay them. So I'm going to do that 4 times, and I will bring you back and show you the completed square. Okay, there is our top square. As you may have noticed, my 16.5 inch pieces are not as wide as my 18-inch pieces. That just is, again, upcycled wood, recycled wood, whatever you call it. So it is what it is. I don't really care. We're going for function over form as usual. So now I will probably set this on like that. I will grab our legs, clamp them in place, put some screws in them, put all 4 of them on. Pretty simple. Okay, so we got our 4 legs attached. We are now going to move to the lower box or the reinforcement box, whatever. The only reason I usually do this is because, again, most of my stuff is reclaimed. This adds strength and stability anyway, but this ensures that everything is square top to bottom. So I usually, in this case, I'm measuring 3 inches down or up, depending on your perspective. So in this case, because we're upside down, I'm going to measure 3 inches down. I'm going to draw a line, and that will be the bottom part of our bottom box, if you will. So 3 inches, in reality 3 inches up, then our pieces will go along that line and subsequently also across this way as well. So that's what we will be doing with our remaining 18 and 16.5 inches pieces, just like this top box, identically, just moving it down or up, depending on. Anyways. Alright, so now we have our top and bottom box. The only thing left to do now is to put our top on. If we did everything correctly, this should be, yeah, it's a little bit over, so 18 by, that one actually hit pretty good. So it's an 18-inch box, 18-inch square box. So now you're just going to cut whatever pieces you need to go 18 across, whichever direction you prefer, and cover it up. Stick around. Well, there you have it. Our top is put on. She is a table. All that's left is to paint. I'm not going to bore you with that. Just picture this, like the other one, green. There you have it. Appreciate you watching. Keep your hands busy. Just so you know, for those of you that stuck around, filmed this on Super Bowl Sunday, and I honestly hope both teams lose. Thanks for watching.